It looks like we are set up and ready to go through StreamYard. Google Hangouts on air is going away. So Gators Breakdown, I needed to find a way to go live, and it looks like we have found that way through StreamYard. So, yeah, thanks for checking this out. Thanks for joining in, and we'll take a look at the upcoming schedule too. But don't forget, I'm David Waters, host of Gators Breakdown podcast. You can find me on Twitter at GatorDave_SEC. And like I said, I know a lot of you check it out live on YouTube, the podcast and all that good stuff. And Google and YouTube announced that Hangouts on Air was going to go away. So I got worried a little bit. It went away on August 1st. So I was kind of a little worried of, I know a lot of you guys, I get a few live viewers there, a lot more through the podcast form and stuff. I know a lot of you guys really like checking it out live, checking it out on YouTube and the chat that goes on. I see you guys there every week. That we have a live show, and I can't thank you enough. So I wanted to keep that aspect of it going, and it's growing in the live fashion as well. So I still wanted to give you guys who really like live that ability to come in and still chat, listen, watch, however you want to do it on YouTube there. So we StreamYard, hopefully that they keep this service going up for a little while, and it will still be live through YouTube every time we have an episode. And I already see Florida Grown Gator in the chat here says, can't wait for 3 episodes a week. And that was kind of what I was going to get on here and announce as well was, 3 episodes a week starting this coming up Sunday, getting ready for the football season. So August through December, we have 3 Gators Breakdown episodes a week. Most of them will be live there, but some will be recorded. I'll kind of lay out the land for you. Sunday, I'll have Pick Six previews on, and we're gonna take a look at what their preview magazine that they just released. They're going to release a deal for Gator fans out there too, to get the 2019 preview from Brett Ciencia and Pick Six previews, and those guys do a great job. You guys know I'm big on numbers, big on trends, and that's what that preview brings to the table. So there'll be a deal for Gator fans if they want to check it out and purchase from pick6previews.com. And then many of you do subscribe to his Twitter account, where I built the podcast kind of through Twitter, and he built Pick Six Previews kind of through Twitter as well. So he's coming up there in an interview with Trevez Johnson, the Bartram Trail cornerback out of Jacksonville, Florida. He's committed to the Gators. I got to talk to him a couple of days ago as well about his commitment to the Gators and kind of what he's looking forward to, his visit schedule in the fall, what made him commit to Florida. So all that good stuff there. A good conversation with a Gators commit there. So as I said, and then it will be full bore football. Will Miles and I, Monday is coming up Monday. We'll take a look at the Gator schedule, of course, and kind of look at trap game, key stretch, biggest game, must-win game. So Will and I will take a look at that and kind of what that schedule with that schedule, what do the Gators need to prove in 2019? That's the question I threw out on Twitter. I had a ton of responses, a ton of good responses from that. So coming up on Monday with Will Miles and I, you guys will get that episode as well. And that will kind of kickstart the opponent previews. You guys know we did opponent previews last year. We'll do a little bit different this year. We won't go so in depth on the opponents. We'll do multiple opponents per episode there. So, but the first one will be Mark Rogers. And a lot of you guys follow him. Mark Rogers and I will break down FSU and Miami. Miami, FSU, however you want to put it in that order, the bookend of the Florida schedule. The first game and the last game, Mark hosts a really good Wednesday night live show. He's actually the one who put me on StreamYard, actually. So we'll preview Miami and FSU. He does a good job every Wednesday night with a live cast Miami and FSU show that he does on YouTube. So a lot of insight there from the FSU and Miami side of things. So we'll kick it off. We'll kick the opponent previews off with Miami and FSU. And then Will and I will break down the SEC opponents coming up throughout the next couple of weeks. So we'll take a look at players to watch, storylines for those other teams, as good as we can. Kind of keeping up with the injuries that have been going on through camp. All the other schools are about to start camp tomorrow on Friday, August 2nd. It will be. Florida started a week ago. All the other, because of the early game, and then all the other schools pretty much kick off. I'm trying to work on one big guest coming up before the season starts. Hopefully it works out. Still trying to pull some strings on that. Hope I don't want to throw it out there of who I can possibly get there, but just know I'm trying to work on one big guest to try to get before the football season starts. Also, Chad Wilson, Marco Wilson, Quincy Wilson's dad, would join me at some point in the next few weeks as well. He played at Miami. His two sons went to Florida. He'll have a unique look, unique perspective at the Florida-Miami game there. So that would be a good episode. That will probably air closer to the game, closer to the Florida-Miami kickoff game there, because his perspective, like, he could only bring, and not many people have his perspective of having two kids play at Florida and him playing at Miami. So that's going to be a neat one. I know he was just recently on Stadium and Gale there, but I had planned this before that, so I'll try and get some different answers from him, different topics that we can, and plus, a little bit more what happened between camp, between Florida and Miami in the next couple of weeks anyway. So good work by those guys, and another good podcast out there. But hopefully, Chad Wilson, will bring something different to the table when he's there. And then, of course, a couple more weeks, it will be in game week mode, and what you can look forward to on game weeks here on Gators Breakdown. There, of course, opponent preview, the Miami leading up to the Miami game, the week of. I said we'll have the Chad Wilson episode. Will Miles and I will kind of do we did this the last couple of years, the Monday before the game. We'll do our over-under, and one more kind of look of what we are predicting for the season, over-under on some important stats for the Gators. We'll do our Miami preview. Then I will have a Miami guest on sometime the week of the game, and that will kind of follow each week. So week after the Miami game, you guys know, if you follow Gators Breakdown, if you listen to Gators Breakdown for the last couple of years, on Sunday, I'll do a recap episode, maybe Saturday nights, maybe sometime this year. If I get around to it, may do Saturday episodes as well to get a kind of initial reaction. But if not, most of the time, the initial reaction will be on Sunday. And Will Miles and I will get together on that Monday following, just kind of looking back at the past game, looking forward to the next game. And then I will have a guest from the opponent coming up on Wednesday previewing the next game. So that's kind of what you can look forward to here on Gators Breakdown starting next week, 3 episodes a week. Just gave you a rundown of who will be on, some of the topics we'll discuss. Of course, fall camp storylines that will be hitting in the next 3 weeks as well. Opponent previews will be coming out, starting next week as well. So a lot of stuff coming out, a lot of stuff to work on, and there's nothing like it. It's football season. It's here, and we'll have you covered every way I can possibly get it covered out there for you guys. It will be out there. Remember, you can find Gators Breakdown here on YouTube, live on YouTube most of the time. If not, you can catch the podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, however you listen to podcasts out there. Keep on sharing, keep on subscribing, keep on leaving reviews. It really helps us out there. Be sure to check out the new sponsor for Gators Breakdown, UFM Underwear. Head to that website, ufmunderwear.com, and use promo code BREAKDOWN for $5 off. So, guys, girls, thanks for listening to this episode, or not really an episode, kind of just a live test to just kind of see if we can still go live. Looks like everything's going well. Looks like we can still go live. I'm happy about that. Glad we can do it. StreamYard's got some cool things going on. You can see I can put my name in the lower part of it. I can, let's see. I can change that as well. So, look, here we go. This is a test. See, this is a test. I can change that there too, and then pop it back to my name. When I have a guest, I can, camera switch, all that good stuff. So a lot of neat features here with this StreamYard. Hopefully these guys keep on with this service Hopefully it doesn't go away the way Google and YouTube got rid of Hangouts on air. So hopefully this will keep us going live for a while. So guys, thanks so much for joining in. Thanks for checking out this live test. Looks like everything's going to be a-okay here, and we'll keep these live shows going. We'll keep the podcast going, and we'll be ramping it all up starting next week. So give me a follow on Twitter at GatorDave_SEC. Go leave a review. Go like. Go subscribe to Gators Breakdown. A lot of stuff is coming your way. Go Gators.